Tremendous season for Javonte Williams, 1,147 yards rushing. They give it to him straight ahead, and he bangs his way out across the 25. Javon Kinlaw in on that hit, and it's a 9-yard penalty, giving Dallas a first down. Out to the 35. A give to Williams. He puts his shoulder down and trucks a man. It was Mike Sainristil who took the hit. Legendary Marty Schottenheimer, so he's been around it his whole life. On the roll, Prescott, and it bounces off the hands of the intended target. Jonathan Jones in a matchup.
Yeah, that's a throw he's got to make in that situation. Plenty of space in front of him.
Line of scrimmage is the 48. Back to the ground game. And bursting through, Malik Davis.
Sure, man. And in my opinion, Fletch and Wags, Hall of Famers.
11th play of the drive. It's on time. Breaking away from the tackle, George Pickens, as he slips down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 10. Malik Davis, single setback, motion man. Prescott, protection holds up. Bobbled and caught. Touchdown. Ferguson hauls it in. And the Cowboys strike first on Christmas.
Really, he's going to deliver it up and over the top, like we like to say, helmet or higher in the red zone, right?
Helmet or higher, top shelf. There's some people enjoying some top shelf stuff today.
That's right.
That was a perfect top shelf throw right there.
And great job by Ferguson keeping his eye on the ball. Listen.
Great opportunity for him to go out there and produce.
Shotgun for Johnson. He will throw it. And it's complete to Burks. They really like what they've seen from Traylon Burks. Josh Johnson, that's the only one.
Yeah, he's put in work.
On the move, and Johnson throws a strike to McLaurin.
And a great job by Terry McLaurin. I know we'll talk about it throughout the game, but that dude right there has been balling despite having a ton of different quarterbacks. And here is Debo.
Debo Samuel off to the races. Samuel getting physical.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Major highlight for the Commanders as Donovan Wilson didn't know what hit him. It's a 3rd and goal. Johnson, pump fake. Johnson is tossed down back at the 12 by Clowney. This is a 29-yard field goal for Jake Moody. He knocks it through. Washington scores on its call against the 2-time Super Bowl champion Jones. Did it with the Patriots. Fake the handoff. Prescott tries to step up, and he is twirled down. Getting home is Johnny Newton. Defensive Player of the Year at Illinois. He's seeing a lot more playing time because of injuries. 2nd and 18. On the handoff, Malik Davis.
I'll tell you what, these draw plays are killing this Washington defense.
Quarter. Dallas going for it. 4th and a yard. Prescott surveys, throws, and it's perfect to Pickens. First down. Dallas on a 4th down. They're 2 of 2 on 4th down today. 4 receivers set. Prescott clean pocket, and it's complete. Good enough for a first down. He connects with Tolbert to move the chains.
I would like to see him use his legs a little bit more.
Straight ahead, Williams gets tripped up. So he's down right around the 10. Needed to get to the 9 for the first down. They need a yard. Send Lamb in motion.
There it is.
It's Williams. And the second effort by Williams gets him there. They place the football just inside the 5. They lead Washington 7-3. On a give, Williams ripping through for the touchdown. Cowboys strike again. That is number 11 on the season.
And again, downhill, getting right downhill in the physicality of Javonte Williams.
Number 1, we're running the ball effectively.
Yep.
Number 2, Dak Prescott has thrown for over 4,000 yards this year. Defensively, we did not start off the way we wanted to. Giving up big plays like we're doing right now down the field. Those kind of things have to get.
What do you see in the NFL nowadays that reminds you of the 90s version of the NFL?
Well, what I'm seeing right now with the Cowboys, with the way we're running the rock and we're featuring our primary running back, they turn back there and they hand that ball back to the running backs.
That's
and
right.
The running backs are doing a very good job of keeping the chains moving and doing their part. So,
2 tight ends in this formation. Prescott lets it fly to the outside. The catch and run by Lamb. And he ducks out of bounds. Gets a first down. Frankie Louvu This is where Washington turns to Von Miller, third down, looking for pressure. Dallas goes empty. Prescott, step, throw, flag down, and caught in stride.
Right
Turpin, the speed. He's gone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You're going to see Turpin right here, and it's just going to be a straight shot right down the middle. And he is just going to go, and he's got the speed to be able to do it. Dak knows he's got a free chance to take a play. Beautiful throw and catch right there. But just this has been the inconsistency for Washington all year. Mistakes like that, pre-snap, creating an opportunity to push the ball down the field. What felt like a critical third down. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
In the backfield, 4 carries for just 3 yards for him. Fake it. They'll go to trickery, and Debo Samuel. Samuel weaving through. And finally spun down at the 30. Now slides over at center. Andrew Wiley's at right guard. Debo Samuel on a direct snap.
People are scratching their head why they've had the season they've had, but that is the reason.
Johnson set up the screen underneath. McNichols makes a man miss. And he takes it inside the 15. Washington currently would have the number 7 pick in the 26th draft. And Johnson's pass,
all right,
incomplete, but flags down. Debo Samuel with Reddy Stewart.
Pass interference. Defense, number 27. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Under 5 minutes to go. Handoff. Krosky Merritt.
There you go.
And he stays on his feet for the touchdown. 10 yards for the Commanders, and Krosky Merritt gets there.
First of all, let's take a look at this formation. They've done this 3 times on this drive. It puts everybody out to the right side, and then they're going to run the ball away from it. The right tackle right there does an excellent job of allowing Krosky Merritt to get some space and get the run in there. But you're seeing the patterns show up for Cliff Kingsbury, trying to spread people out
sooner. If he's not running a quick drive route, I'm getting out of there.
Prescott trying to get out of there. Circles, and now he's going to run it. The slide just short of the 45. You asked for it, Nate. You get it.
Overrated. All of them.
Controversy.
You give me a nice collab with another candy company.
Prescott steps up, and he's going to go down at midfield, not taking any chances with half. That's the most in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys trying to add to it.
Speaks to how much they work on that situational football.
Prescott throws, and it's Schoonmaker. He's got enough for the first down. Really tell a story. Dallas has 17 first downs. Washington has 18 total plays. Prescott in trouble, and he is dumped at the 24. Preston Smith, first man there for the Commanders. Now in his 3rd year in the NFL and a 3-time Pro Bowler. Just gets it away cleanly, and he connects. Now for Christmas Connection, powered by Verizon. Look who's here. It is Clinton Portis, one of the most popular, one of the most accomplished Washington Commanders of all time. Clinton, we really appreciate it. Happy holidays, man.
Happy holidays, everyone. I really appreciate you all having me on.
And you got beautiful blue sky back there. Looks like you're enjoying yourself on this Christmas day. When you're watching football, where do your eyes take you? What do you study when these games happen in front of you? Oh, you're studying that?
I think when I'm looking at the
Krosky Merritt.
That's a great sight to see. Krosky Merritt. Let's go.
Cue for the long touchdown.
Perfect timing.
Oh, they just needed Clinton Portis to join us.
That's it.
That's all it was.
They got the Portis mojo for 72 yards.
Unbelievable run
That's
right
what we
there. I know
needed.
Clinton
Good job.
Portis is fired up watching this, but take a look at the gap created right tackle just off the right side, basically untouched to the house. He has the top end burst to be able to separate.
Hey, yo,
Beautiful
Matt,
blocking right
Matt, I love you, bro. I don't want to hear from you. Hey, yo, Clinton, what you see right here?
Everything Matt just said, that top end is special. To be able to take it all the way, to take it the distance, man, that's special. I think the young kid, Krosky Merritt, has been having an amazing season, coming out of college. It was a surprise for us to be able to get him and then for him to perform the way that he's performing. But like I said, I pop on, he goes 70. That's the way it's supposed to happen. We drew it up like this.
Clinton, you stay with us. You're getting more than one play today.
That allowed them to play good football, but they'll also withstand some of what they've been through this season.
Man, I think it's just the feedback from the city. Yeah, and I think the team has bought into that, and the fans are still supporting.
It's a first down throw to Pickens, but the Washington defense gets to Dak Prescott. Football's still a very big part of your life. Your coaching, your family has been involved, your kids. It means a lot to you.
That's huge, man. You know, for my son having the opportunity to go down to the University of Miami and be a part of.
Lipke is in there. Shotgun. Prescott. He fires a wobbler along the sideline. Tolbert, tremendous concentration. This is a 52-yard attempt.
The power he gets with just 2 steps, unbelievable.
Aubrey. These are routine. 52-yarder.
Chip shot.
Yep.
It's just a chip shot for him.
We're down to 3:51 to go in the third. Facing a 3rd and long. Johnson looks, throws, it gets there! Terry McLaurin on the receiving end. It's a first down for the Commanders.
He's got an arm.
45 yards with ease.
They lose a yard on the play. Johnson fires it. It's the catch and cut by Moore. And he spills out across the 35-yard line.
I'll take it.
Line of scrimmage is now the 19. We're under 2 minutes to go in the third. Back to the ground game. Krosky,
good vision.
Oh, he lost his footing. He tried the stutter step. He gets brought down, but another Washington first down. Good block from John Bates. 9th play of the drive. McNichols is in there. Shotgun. Johnson looks, throws, incomplete. He was trying to hit Burks. Kick for San Francisco and Chicago. Oh boy, he gets it to go, but it came off funky.
It sure did.
Answered in the second half. Defense has been better, keeping them in the game. Prescott operating with a 7-point lead and hits his man downfield. Nice maneuver by Span Ford. Interaction at 6-8-1. Washington 4-11. They've dropped 9 of their last 11. Prescott, he's got the time. Oh, knocked away at the last moment. Jeremy Reeves gets a piece. 3rd down and 7. Prescott steps up. He throws it low at the feet of Lamb. This season 62, career long 65. Sig will snap it. The hold from Anger, and the kick is no good.
All right.
Cowboys come up empty. Give it to him. Breaks a tackle. And he's pushed out near. McNichols is in. Give it to him. And he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Washington had a 2nd and 1.
Never letting it turn into a distraction.
Yeah, it's a great problem to have, but challenging when you have 2 number 1s. Schoonmaker with the catch. But their lead is only 7. Give it to Davis. Nice hard cut as he carries it to the 31. That's 180 rushing yards now for the Cowboys. They sell the fake, but Washington doesn't buy it. Ricky Barber.
And getting sticky in man-to-man coverage at the right time.
They go empty here on a 3rd and 16. Deep drop. Prescott is going to check it down to Lipke. And not going to get enough. It takes all of the Washington defense to make sure he didn't get there. But Prescott. He will throw it, and he'll get the first down to Tolbert. There's just a confidence.
And then coming down to the check down.
Cowboys have 1 timeout remaining. 13th play of the drive. It's a running play to Lipke. And he carries the pile with him.
So what's Shotty going to do here? As possible on the Commanders.
51-yard attempt. Aubrey knocks it through. Dallas goes in front by 10. He said, I separated what I want and what I have at this juncture. The throw is to Ben Sinnott. And his point being to try to help this team get back in it. 12-yard reception. Rush is coming. Johnson slings it, and it's caught in Dallas territory by McLaurin. 2nd and 3. Moving quickly here. Johnson. That pass is handled for a first down. Ben Sinnott.
You know, I was always told as a young guy,
The injured Cowboy, Savone Revel, was helped to his feet, walked off on his own power, now on the blue 10. Set up the screen for McNichols, and the Cowboys are right there. McNichols gets tossed down on the play. Moody, career long of 57. Placement, kick, and that one is good.
So you still have your timeouts and the two-minute QB sneak here. Yep.
Prescott.
And he got it.
And it's over. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The beast in me. It's all Dallas. Final score 30-23. The Cowboys open up week 17 with a road win against the Commanders.